Hi everybody. Sorry again for my video being late. I was just not in the best place mentally to do a video on Friday. I had found out, um, actually even I found out about Amber Lynn, Wednesday or Tuesday or something, and then I found out, again, my brain is just so, wow, it's just so overwhelmed right now. That after I found out about Alexa, it's just so heartbreaking. And Friday I just wasn't in the best state of mind. But anyways, I just wanted to answer the questions and just say I'm sorry that I didn't post the video, and I wanted to post it right now while I'm here and while I'm thinking about it. But Sarah's question about how do you have private fellowship with God, mine is very similar to Millie's. I use music, and that's how I always have communicated with God. So yeah, playing music especially, but sometimes just listening, and sometimes just being around musical instruments and not necessarily using them, just sitting by them will help with that. Or I just sit in my somewhere alone where I can just be in the quiet. It doesn't matter where it is. Sometimes it's a closet. I mean, I will go hide in closets just because that seems to be one of the only places I can be alone. So yeah, so that's what I do for that. And I just kind of wanted to talk about something that I think has been on many of our minds. The fact that when we find out that things like this, things like when people young and our age or younger, pass away from something that we have a very similar similarities to. We have the same condition they did, or at least pretty close to it. It really it scares me, because it makes me feel like, wow, this could happen to me, or wow, this could happen to someone else I know that has EDS. And we have to make sure that we don't dwell. We have to stop dwelling. Like, we can think about it because that's a normal thought, but don't think about it don't dwell on that thought, because don't let yourself get stuck in that thought, because God has plans for every single person. And whether a person is healthy or sick, God has a plan for them in their life. And if God wants, if God's plan involves taking this person home, whether they're sick or healthy, at a certain time, it's just going to happen. I mean, that's what I believe. And we have to believe that God has a plan, and for the people that have left this earth, but that have impacted us in such a great way, we will always have a place in our hearts for them, and we will always miss them, even if we don't know them. Like, I actually didn't get to know either of these people but it breaks my heart. But I am definitely confident that God has used them in a marvelous way here on earth and to impact us here. So we have to think about that. I haven't had a lot of experience with losing people that I know personally, and so this really affected me differently than any other one. It was just really, devastating and scary at the same time, and I've gotten to think about it, and I'm still very, very upset about it, but it's starting to make, God is starting to work on me and give me a little bit of peace, but it's just very hard, and we just have to come together and pray that He'll give us peace, and He'll give the families of the people that have passed away, that He will give the families comfort during this time of loss. And I just want to pray that we all get that as well. So, and any of you that are at the funeral or going to the funeral in Colorado, just please be safe, and yeah. So just be careful. I know how traveling is hard on us. But yeah. I had a question, and then I, of course, got all potsy brained and forgot. Oh, I know. Do you guys find, okay, my question is, do you find it hard to hide your emotions? I was really trying to hide my emotions today, and I physically cannot, because I was at church and I was trying my hardest to be encouraging and happy, and trying to hype everybody up for worship and getting the kids all excited, but I just couldn't help it at all. It was all over my face, and everybody just kept asking, what's wrong, and I couldn't tell them because I didn't want to get into it. I didn't want to start freaking out, and I didn't want to start the process, because once I start a process of letting out my sad or any emotions that involve crying or anything, I can't stop. So I was doing really well until I overheard a conversation of one of my friends. Her son is not doing well, and they told her that there's nothing they can do for him, and he is dying. And when I heard that word, I immediately just started crying, and I couldn't stop. I mean, I freaked out. Like, it was really hard. It took me a long time to stop. It was an all-day event for me. That's why I'm kind of like robotic right now, because I'm just exhausted from the emotion. So I guess my question is, have you guys ever tried to hide your emotions, and how successful are you at it, and do you think it's a good idea or not? So yeah, just wondering. But I hope you guys just, keep praying for you and for everybody. So talk to you later. Bye.